Hi, today I'm going to give you an update on the Swedish model against COVID-19. On April 19, 2020, I did a review on the Swedish model. And the key parameter I look at is the total cases and the total deaths of COVID-19. And the main criteria we're going to use to compare these two parameters among Nordic countries. And the conclusion from that video is that Sweden have much higher case number and also have much higher death rate. And after 2 months of my the video I published, so today I'm going to give a revisit of this model to see how this model is doing. And before we go to the detail, let's see what is the Swedish model. And the Swedish model is basically based on epidemiology studies on virus diseases and the virus spread. And that foundation is based on knowledge we already have. So based this model, the epidemiologist from Sweden suggests that there's no need for a nationwide lockdown. So the best idea is that life is more or less normal, and there's no lockdown, there's no closed border, and there's no shutdown in school, workplace, restaurant, library, gym, and shop center. And there's no state of emergency or no order to shelter in place. And the young Swedes are even encouraged to continue with sport and training and events. Of course, the government emphasized on the practice self-quarantine and also volunteer social distancing. So that's the outcome. This is the model. And now let's see the data from July 10th. And here I just use very simplified method to look at the model. We just look COVID-19 total case and total deaths in Nordic countries because it's hard to compare Sweden with other countries, but the Nordic countries should have same social and geographic situations. So in this table, just look at the total case and total deaths, and also try to make it more comparable. I use 1 million population total cases and 1 million population total deaths. So this is data for these 4 countries: Sweden, Denmark, Norway, and Finland. You can see that total case and total deaths, and Sweden really have much higher than other Nordic countries. The total case in Sweden is 74,000, in Denmark only 12,000, Norway is about 8,000, Finland 7,000. And also total deaths, Sweden is much higher, more than 5,000. Denmark is about 600, Norway is 200, and Finland is 300. And it's hard to compare total case and total deaths, so we transfer to this data into 1 million population total case and 1 million population total death. So in this 1 million population total case, Sweden is 7,415 and Denmark is 2,235. This is more than 3 times higher. And Norway is 1,655. This is about more than 4 times higher. And Finland is 1,314. This is close 6 times higher. So Sweden have much higher total cases in terms of 1 million population. And in the total death, Sweden have total deaths is 547. So Denmark is 105. This is about 5 times higher. Compared to Norway, is 46. And this is close to 10 times higher. Same holds true for Finland. Again, the total death is much higher in Sweden than other Nordic countries. And as I mentioned earlier that I did a video on April 19 and get data and to compare the total case and total deaths among these 4 Nordic countries. And so after about 2 months, and the total cases, Sweden rise from 1,369 to 7,415. And that is close to 6 times increase. In Denmark, April's 1,250 reached 2,235. It's only 1.5 times. And Norway's 1,295 and rest to 1,655. This is a little bit more than 1.1 times more. And Finland is 664. It's a little bit higher than 2 times higher. And also total deaths, Sweden from 150 to 545. This is about close to 4 times difference. However, in Denmark, from 6 to 105, less than 2 times difference. Norway, also less than 2 times difference. Finland is about 3 times high, but it's much lower than Sweden. So, from all this data indicate that Sweden practiced its own model without lockdown the country, which lead to much higher total case and total deaths. And the surrounding country like Denmark, Norway, and Finland, and they practice lockdown, and they have much lower case and much lower death. That indicate that, first of all, that indicate the lockdowns really is working, so they can prevent this virus spread. And also, the Swedish model is failed in this case. If we just look at these 2 parameters, total cases and total death, I guess the key reason is that the model and the Swedish epidemiology-based this foundation may be wrong, because the model is based on the virus disease and the virus spread on the knowledge they have. But we know this COVID-19 is unprecedented virus. The transmission capacity is much higher than the virus we had. So, when you build a model based on the knowledge you had before, and that will not work for this new virus. This is complete unprecedented virus. The transmission capacity of virus is much higher. I guess if the scientists in Sweden know this, they're not going to suggest they don't have national lockdown. And on the other hand, that every country has its own procedure to deal with this virus, and every one of us is uncharted territory, and we still don't know how this virus will go on. On the other hand, Sweden practiced this Swedish model, and there's no lockdown, and it's likely that much more higher infection rate among population. And if this new epidemic of this virus, it's likely that Swedes will have advantage, because at least right now they have more population have already contacted the virus. They should have some kind of immunity against this virus. So this is safe to say that they have advantage against any other potential epidemic of this virus, the COVID-19 epidemics. And also another very important thing is that, and because Sweden, they don't shut down the country, and they have normal economic activity, and based the common sense, they have more chance to recover from this pandemic. Economically, they should have a much higher advantage than other countries, so that less impact on all social economic activities. Anyhow, and this is uncharted territory. We don't know what is the end result. We maybe never know the end result, because this is the impact of COVID-19 on the society will be, we are not going to see in short term. So we are going to continue to monitor this, and we're going to see how this Swedish model working in the future. And that's really good model for us to follow up and to see how this Swedish model is working compared to other countries. And that's video for today. I wish to see you in my next video. Bye.